Green Change was launched in 2009 as a program of the Jane Finch Center, a multi-service agency of United Way Toronto. We weren't your typical community service or environmental education program. We wanted to redefine and represent what environmental education and action could look like in Jane and Finch and in other inner suburban neighborhoods across our city. What if we started a program with staff and residents that was oriented around what the community needed and informed by our diverse perspectives, skills and resources, traditions, creativity, and pride? My vision for the Center for Green Change is really informed by what the community has spoken to us about, what their needs are, what their values, traditions are, what their perspectives are of environmental issues and social justice issues in the Jane Finch community. And that's really informing what our vision is now for a space that can really host those kind of conversations about, what does environmental justice mean in our neighborhood and what kind of actions can we take that really have short-term benefits but long-term benefits as well. The systemic issues that we started tackling, like food security, unemployment, air pollution, and transportation, became inherently more complicated, but the possibilities for transformation became magnified. Sustainability and equity, nature, and the city weren't separate to us, but equal entities. Taking this approach meant that we were continually evolving, and it wasn't long before we found ourselves in need of a community space to call our own, a place that we could build, experiment, fail, and grow in. So here's the challenge that we gave ourselves. Take a rundown workspace on the ground floor of an apartment tower, renovate it in less than a year with a limited budget, and turn it into an open, flexible, and healthy shared space for running programs, co-working, and coming together as a community.
In order to make Green Change a reality for the community, really we need to make sure that there's a lot of resident involvement. So the kinds of issues that I believe are important for the Jane and Finch community are like food security, job security, employment. Green Change could open up spaces for residents not only to volunteer, but maybe spaces that resident animators can also earn a little bit of income. One of Jane and Finch's greatest assets, in my opinion, is the level of resident engagement. We have a lot of talent and skills within this community, and I see that as one of our biggest assets.
To get to this point, we had a process involving feasibility study to start with, fundraising, and then more detailed design, working with the community and with the Jane Finch Center group. That's a compression of about 3 or 4 years of work.
The programming is pretty simple for the Center for Green Change, and it's really nice because there's kind of a natural compartmentalization of the space due to the structure of the building. So we kind of have one bay that is used for kind of a kitchen lounge space, another bay that's used for kind of like more of a multi-purpose space, so it can be used for seminars, workshops, things like that. And the next space is kind of maybe like a space for hot desks and some washrooms, and then at the front we kind of have the reception area and some offices as well. So it's kind of nice how the building worked so well in terms of the programming. And if you knew what this space looked like before, basically like a concrete bunker, and now it's just a lively, open, bright space.
Just looking around, you'll see a number of sticky notes, and that is actually the community's ideas being put up on the wall and displayed, which will help to form and formulate what this place will be in the long run. A lot of folks have had a great sense of pride with regard to this project because it exemplifies what's possible.
The community was involved in the branding process because we really built the kind of program mandate and what the visual identity of Green Change will look like from the ground with the community's input. We decided to do a series of workshops to culminate into a brand.
And we really had the community give us feedback, ongoing feedback of what they're looking for, whether they really care for food or arts or what they really expect from the center. Just over the summer of 2013, we did community surveys where we went literally door to door and spoke with people about what they think about the center being in this building, what do they expect from it, what do they feel like needs to be done.
And then from there, we came up with a program mandate. And then after we had the program mandate, we moved on to the design phase. So we came up with kind of concepts that represents Green Change.
We had to work with a wide range of community and institutional partners, from our landlord, Toronto Community Housing, to what some people would consider some unlikely supporters, like the Oakdale Golf and Country Club and York University. We took a hands-on approach to the design process that combined the expertise of both professionals and our community members.
Why did I get involved in this? Well, there's a long history of this club supporting the larger community and supporting the local community. What would my hope be for the community? I would hope that the Centre for Green Change could be the centre of change for not just environmental issues, but for people to get engaged, whether it's safety, whether it's education, whether it's overcoming adversity. It should be kind of a centre for change in the community generally.
The impact that I feel the Center for Green Change will have on the community, the Jane and Finch community in specific, will be to make a connection and really bridge a gap that exists between a lot of the academics and community members. Many of us are newcomers to the country, and the Center for Green Change is definitely going to introduce and foster a lot of innovative ideas and process that can happen between communities and environmental institutions.
As I've been living here for roughly 15-20 years. So there's a lot that, I've seen with our youth. If Green Change can help these kids with homework and good mentor for these children, it would definitely be a great impact for our Jane and Finch community.